You know what? I'm actually more of just like a straight up clown because I'm really just up to some tomfooleriness. Alright, and we're back. Hello. So brows are literally the way to go if you want editorial, full, bushy brows. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is zanejchen, and if you are new here, welcome. At the beginning of this year, one of the things I really wanted to focus on was getting like a nice dewy skin base for foundation, and I think I've achieved that with like an everyday look. And the other one that I was never able to figure out is eyebrows. And so there's this thing called a soap brow, and that is basically what we do today. I recently did this look with a pastel rainbow cut crease moment. I really liked how they turned out, so I just wanted to show you guys how I did it. Before we get into it, guys, I would love for you to join the fam bam here on YouTube, and you can do that by clicking the red subscribe button down below and hitting the like button while you're there, and hit the bell notification just so that you don't miss any single uploads from me. Alright, I'm gonna stop blabbing. Let's get into it. Now that you guys are up close and personal, you guys can see all the details that most people don't want you to see, LOL. But you know what? This is a safe space, and just know that you're beautiful. Alright, my babies. In this brow tutorial, these are the tools that you'll need. Good old bar soap, something that you have in your shower probably. Something to wet the bar soap with, and this is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. And then the secret tool to this is an old toothbrush that you don't use anymore. This is going to be what you're going to use to press down those brow hairs and get those worked into place, and so that they are very that. And the last tool that you actually need is just a fine-tipped brow pencil that you like to use, which you probably have laying around if you do your makeup on the regular. This is just a deep brown shade that I'll be using to fill in any sparse areas once we have laid these boys and gals and everything in betwixt and everything non-gender conforming down. So spray the soap so that you can start creating a paste. Pick up a little bit of that paste that you're essentially making, and this is what we will be brushing through the brows with. You can go in with more layers later on, but I always start with like the front of the brows, and in this area I like to just brush them upwards, going back over any areas that didn't quite listen. There's a song there. I don't really know the rest of it, but I think it's Beyonce. I follow quite a few makeup artists on Instagram, right? There's a few makeup artists that I just really love their artistry style, and one of them is Nikki_makeup. I love her artistry style. She always has a very wanged out winged liner on all of her clients, and even on herself too. And the brow that she always does, same with the other inspiration too, It's by Brandon. Their artistry style, specifically regarding their brows, is that it's always very editorial and it looks very full. Brows have never been something that I have always loved doing. I really liked the effect on myself because I do have quite dark and full brows, and so this look suits me really well, I think. And essentially I just really want to take my time here and go slowly so that I'm making sure that all of these brows are being pushed into place and that they're coated nicely. The second part of it actually is using the back. This way you can actually really go on in and press those brow hairs against that brow bone. And then once the soap dries down, your brows are pretty much stuck in place. They think they're going out, but no, it's quarantine, so you're gonna stay where you are. You're gonna stay in place and you're gonna stay safe, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? It definitely looks a little crazy when you don't have a face of makeup on. I just want to encourage you to trust the process. Another nice thing about this is that, like, if you don't like how some certain areas of like the brows are laying, what you can do is you can just go over it with a damp finger. I will be honest, I have licked my finger and just gone over some areas that I wanted to touch up with my saliva. I'm basically a drag queen. You know what? I'm actually more of just like a straight up clown because I'm really just up to some tomfooleriness. If you're here for that, thank you. Please let me know if you're here for this tomfoolery because life is too serious. I just want everyone to have a safe space to come and chill out and just have a grand old time. I recently tried to film a video where I did this with glue and it did not look good at all because I didn't end up filling in the brows. So right now it's gonna look a little bit crazy until you start to fill them in a little bit, and then once you start putting on a face of makeup and like when the eye makeup goes on, it works. It just works. I did a pastel cut crease rainbow type of like a moment. It actually isn't even live yet on Instagram, so you guys are getting a first look at it. I did do like a process video over on TikTok, so if you want to see how like that all goes down, just head on right over to my TikTok. But this is how it now looks. The brow hairs are basically just flattened into place. I actually want to touch up this area just right in the front of the brow hairs and just bring them straight up and down as opposed to curving towards the upper corner, using the same trick that I said earlier, right? And I want to separate that area out a little bit. As we're going along the brow towards the arch, they just start to naturally slant, and so that there's a little bit of an angle to follow as it gets to the end of my tail. We're gonna fill in some of those areas and even cover them with a bit of concealer because I need to get my brows done and I don't want to do them myself. So there's that. Honestly, so brows are literally the way to go if you want editorial, full, bushy brows. And now what you want to do is you just want to fill in any sparse areas where you want a bit more definition. Another thing I also want to point out when you're using like a brow pencil is I'm holding it towards the end of the brow pencil because it's going to automatically lighten up the amount of pressure that you are using when you're drawing in those strokes. It takes time. If you want it to look good, take time with it. That's the advice that I have. Light strokes for all folks. I am going along in the same direction in which the brow hairs have been laid down. Following my natural brow shape here, where the bottom of the brow starts, I'm going to skip over this area on my brow bone. I'm going to cheat it a little bit, and instead of coming down here, I'm going to come up here. Brush over everything so it takes away some of the product. And then after you've brushed out some of that product, you can go back in and fill in any areas where you're like, oops, I took away too much. And when I'm doing my concealer later, what I'll even do is I'll just carve out this area and then go above a little bit just to lighten up the brow bone here, and it'll automatically just bring a little bit more light and a little bit more attention to the eyes. This is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I like to get the product worked into the brush because that way you're not just globbing on and you are maintaining control of how much product you are putting down, and I think that's really the key. And right here I'm using specifically a Morphe M456 brush, carving this area out, blending this into the nose bridge, into the brow area, and smoothing it out. There's still a few brow hairs there, but I don't really care about that. It's not that deep, like I said. Some days makeup are going to be better than other days of makeup, and that's totally fine. With whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to stamp around in the outer perimeter, just fade that upwards, and make sure that that's blended well. Alright, and so now I'm just going to hop off camera and I'm going to finish off this brow, and then we'll put on a little bit of a face makeup as well. That way you can see that like this bushy brow doesn't look absolutely like insane. And I will be right back in 3, 2, 1. Alright, and this is what it looks like with the full face done, with the other brow completed. And this is like a really nice easy base too as well, just like a very nice clean fresh skin look to go with it, with like a slight bit of bronzer right in the eye crease area to just kind of like flesh it out. But I think this is a little bit plain, so I'm gonna hop off camera real quick and we're gonna throw on a little bit of a face so that you can see these fluffy brows rocking it with a fun little eyeshadow moment. Alright, we'll be right back. Woo! Hello. We're back. And you guys are pulled further away so you can see the full effect of this look. Yeah, this is basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys try out this style, and if you do enjoy it, please tag me wherever it is. All of my usernames are the same everywhere. And without further ado, today's video shout out actually goes to RJ. Thank you so much for your support every single time. If you want to be in the next Fam Bam shout out, just make sure that you're subscribed down below and just leave a comment telling me what you really enjoyed about this, and let me know if you tried out this technique. With that being said, I will see you in the next one next week. Thank you so much for making it all the way here, and here's your next, is it right over here? I think this is, no, I think it's over here. Yes, it's over here. And here's your next video assignment. Why have you still not clicked yet? Why are you still here? Alright, bye!